What if the sun exploded? You have maybe asked yourself this question several times but have never had a clear answer or understanding about it. This is because the sun has never been recorded exploding before, but there are some predictions that scientists and other people have made throughout the years. These are some of them. In this first example, we're going to be taking this yellow circle, which is the sun, a little bit of the space orbit that circles around the sun, and 3 planets, which in this case is going to be Venus, Mercury, and lastly Earth. In this example, I'm going to show you guys what happens when the sun is losing its fuel, which luckily this won't happen for another 5 to 7 billion years, but there is a possibility of it happening. What's happening is the sun is losing its fuel and it's swelling. It's eventually going to get so big that it's just going to turn into this massive red ball, but before it gets to that, it's going to eat the planets around it. Now that it's eaten these 3 planets, it's going to create this giant, massive red ball, but in this case, it's just going to be orange and red to create kind of a display kind of thing. And this is going to happen for a long time, and once it gets big enough, it is just going to burst, and a smaller sun is going to come out, but it's going to throw the whole solar system off, creating a different time and a different solar system circulation. So that's what happens when, in this example, the sun explodes. But now you may be wondering what is going to happen to all the living creatures that were on Earth, such as humans, plants, and lastly, animals. Well, just like the sun burned and basically ate Earth, we are going to be the contents inside of burning Earth and burn or die with Earth. Others think that the sun will never explode. Even if the sun never explodes, it will still go into a phase called the red phase, which we actually discussed in our first example, which is when our yellow or orange sun turns red after using up all of its nuclear fuel, but this will not happen for another 5 to 7 billion years. The giant sun will still destroy Earth because of its mass and deadly heat waves. Now that you have a little bit more information about how the sun would explode, these are a few reasons on why would the sun explode. Some people think that the sun will use up all of its nuclear fuel, which in the first example, this is what happened, causing the sun to swell and turn into a giant red ball. Others think that the sun will use up all of its hydrogen fuel, causing different elements that are in the sun to go out of control, and this will maybe cause the sun to overheat and making the Earth burn. Now, the last question I'm going to be answering today will be, is the sun able to create a supernova? The answer to that question is actually the sun cannot create a supernova, and this is because the sun's mass is a lot smaller than the mass of a star that can create a supernova, and the sun's mass is 1.989 times 1030 kg, and a star's mass that can create a supernova is 8 solar masses larger than that, which, even if our sun did explode as a supernova, this would be terrible for the ozone. And the ozone is basically sunscreen for Earth. It's a protection layer outside of Earth that protects our planet from getting not too much heat radiation from the sun. So if our sun did blow up as a supernova, there would be so much heat radiation that so many people would be getting skin cancer. Our plants and other crops would basically burn up and die, and so would other animals and even humans. So Earth, all the contents inside of it, would also not be doing very great. To learn more about when, why, how, the sun will explode. You can visit these links to find out more information.